Network policies in Kubernetes are firewall rules that control how pods communicate with each other. Think of them as security guards that decide which pods are allowed to talk to which other pods. By default, Kubernetes allows all pods to communicate freely, but network policies let you restrict this communication to only what's necessary for your application to function securely. Network policies are Kubernetes resources that act as firewall rules to control traffic between pods. They define allowed connections at the IP address and port level, giving you precise control over network traffic. You apply these rules using label selectors to target specific pods. Network policies can control both ingress traffic, which is incoming traffic to a pod, and egress traffic, which is outgoing traffic from a pod. In a Kubernetes cluster without any network policies, all pods can communicate with each other freely. There are no traffic restrictions by default. This means any pod can reach any other pod on any port, which might be convenient for development, but isn't ideal for production security. Once you start applying network policies, Kubernetes shifts to a more secure model where only explicitly allowed traffic can flow. A network policy is defined using the networking.k8s.io/v1 API version. The structure includes metadata like the policy name and a spec section that defines the behavior. The spec contains 3 key components: pod selector to choose which pods this policy applies to, policy types to specify whether you're controlling ingress or egress or both, and the actual ingress and egress rule definitions that determine what traffic is allowed. The pod selector specifies which pods the network policy applies to using labels. For example, you can target all pods with the label app equals backend and tier equals database. This selector uses match labels to find pods that have both of these labels. If a pod matches the selector, all the rules defined in this network policy will be applied to that pod. Ingress rules control which pods can send traffic to the selected pods. In this example, the ingress rule allows traffic from pods with the label app equals frontend. It also specifies that only TCP traffic on port 8080 is allowed. This means only frontend pods can connect to the selected backend pods, and only on that specific port. Any other traffic will be blocked. Egress rules control where the selected pods can send traffic to. In this example, the egress rule allows the selected pods to send traffic only to pods with the label app equals database. It specifies that only TCP traffic on port 3306 is allowed, which is the standard MySQL port. This means the selected pods can only connect to database pods on that specific port and cannot reach any other destinations. Let's recap the key points. First, use label selectors to target specific pods that need network restrictions. Second, remember that once a network policy is applied to a pod, a default deny rule is enforced, meaning only explicitly allowed traffic can flow. Third, ingress rules control incoming connections to your pods. And fourth, egress rules control outgoing connections from your pods. Network policies are additive, so multiple policies targeting the same pods will combine their allow rules to determine the final traffic flow.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.